During a farewell tour performance in February 2020, an emotional moment unfolded as the legendary musician paused his set. Visibly shaken, sitting at his grand piano, he wept openly, leaving concertgoers in shock. This rare display of vulnerability from the usually composed performer sparked speculation among the audience about the cause of his distress. Unbeknownst to them, behind the vibrant stage persona, he was grappling with a significant personal health issue that would soon be revealed. The emotional weight of the moment highlighted the contrast between his public image and the private challenges he faced, drawing attention to the often hidden struggles that can accompany fame and success. As the performance continued, the atmosphere shifted, with fans feeling a deeper connection to the artist, realizing that even icons are not immune to life's hardships. The revelation of his health concerns would resonate with many, reminding everyone of the importance of compassion and understanding in the face of adversity. Elton John's farewell Yellow Brick Road tour was a significant moment in his life and career. It was not just a series of concerts but a heartfelt goodbye to his fans around the world. After spending many years performing in front of sold-out crowds, he felt it was time to focus on his personal life. He wanted to dedicate more time to his husband, David Furnish, and their two young sons, Zachary and Elijah. This decision came after decades of being on the road, where the demands of touring often took him away from his family. The tour was meant to be a celebration of his incredible journey in music, featuring songs that spanned his long career. However, behind the scenes, Elton was dealing with serious health issues that made his decision to retire even more urgent. The farewell tour allowed him to connect with fans one last time, while also prioritizing the moments that truly mattered with his loved ones. The emotional weight of this tour was felt by many, as it marked the end of an era for one of music's greatest icons. In his candid memoir, Me, Elton John revealed a deeply personal health battle that he had kept private for some time. He disclosed that he had been diagnosed with prostate cancer, a revelation that shocked his fans. Instead of opting for chemotherapy or radiation treatment, he made the difficult decision to undergo surgery. The choice was based on his desire to avoid a long and grueling fight against the disease, which could have interfered with his ability to perform and enjoy his final tour. John's decision reflected his characteristic determination. He wanted to take control of his health on his own terms. However, the procedure and its aftermath proved to be more challenging than he had anticipated, leading to complications that significantly impacted his daily life. These struggles highlighted the importance of health and the personal battles many face, even those in the public eye. His experience serves as a reminder of the fragility of life and the strength required to confront such challenges head-on. Facing the painful realities of surgery, Elton John openly discussed the taxing nature of his procedure. He recognized that it was not just a physical challenge, but also one that brought long-term consequences. Among the most difficult aspects were the side effects, such as incontinence and a loss of sexual function. These issues can be particularly distressing for men who undergo prostate surgery, and John was candid about how they impacted his sense of self. Despite these challenges, he showed remarkable resilience, refusing to let them define who he was. The support of his husband, David Furnish, played a crucial role during this time, providing comfort and strength as they navigated the ordeal together. Even with the physical and emotional toll weighing heavily on him, John remained dedicated to his farewell tour. He was determined to complete what he had started, demonstrating his commitment and passion for music, even as his body struggled to keep pace with his ambitions. While performing on tour, Elton John's health took an alarming turn. During a visit to South America, he suddenly fell ill, and his condition worsened rapidly. What initially seemed like a minor health issue escalated into a serious medical emergency, prompting an urgent flight back to England. Medical professionals deemed his situation critical enough to warrant immediate intervention. It was later revealed that he had developed a severe infection, which, if left untreated, could have had life-threatening consequences. The emergency underscored just how fragile his health had become, reinforcing the reality that his body could no longer withstand the demands of extensive touring. While John ultimately recovered, the incident served as a wake-up call, solidifying his decision to retire from life on the road for good. This experience highlighted the importance of health and well-being, especially for someone who had dedicated so much of his life to performing. The challenges he faced during this time remind us all of the need to prioritize our health above all else. As Elton John's health worsened during his tour in South America, urgent medical interventions became necessary. His condition deteriorated to a point where local doctors could no longer manage his care effectively. This prompted a swift decision to rush him back to London for specialized treatment. Upon his arrival, he was admitted to the King Edward VII Hospital, a renowned facility known for its high-profile patients, including members of the royal family. The medical team at the hospital quickly assessed his situation and realized that it was more critical than they had initially believed. The complexity of his symptoms required advanced medical equipment and expertise that the first hospital could not provide. Therefore, he was immediately transferred to another hospital that had better resources. This new facility was equipped to conduct a thorough assessment of his condition and begin life-saving treatments. The urgency of the situation highlighted the importance of specialized care in critical health scenarios. Once at the London Clinic, one of the city's most advanced private hospitals, John underwent an intensive series of medical procedures. Specialists determined that he had developed a serious fluid buildup in his diaphragm, a complication that required emergency surgery. The procedure involved draining the accumulated lymphatic fluid, which had been putting immense pressure on his organs, and making breathing increasingly difficult. Following the operation, John remained under strict medical supervision in the intensive care unit, where he received around-the-clock monitoring. His body had endured significant trauma, and recovery would not be immediate. Despite his resilience, his medical team knew that this was only the beginning of a long and uncertain path to regaining his health. The focus was on careful management of his condition, ensuring that he received the best possible care to support his recovery. Each day brought new challenges, but the dedication of the medical staff provided hope for a brighter future. After extensive testing, doctors confirmed that John had contracted a rare and life-threatening infection during his time in South America. The bacteria had spread rapidly, triggering a severe immune response that put his entire system at risk. Given the aggressive nature of the infection, he was subjected to multiple medical examinations, scans, and tests to determine the extent of the damage. His condition required immediate and powerful intervention, including a regimen of intravenous antibiotics administered over several weeks. The treatment was grueling, leaving John physically drained, but it was the only way to combat the infection before it caused irreversible damage to his organs. Throughout this challenging period, he faced uncertainty and fear, but his determination to recover remained strong. The support from his family, friends, and fans played a crucial role in his journey back to health. Each day brought new challenges, but John's resilience shone through as he fought to regain his strength and return to the stage. Perhaps the most sobering moment of John's health ordeal came when his doctors revealed just how close he had come to losing his life. According to their assessment, if he had continued performing for even one more day, the infection would have progressed to a fatal stage. He was, quite literally, 24 hours away from death. The revelation shook him to his core. For decades, he had thrived on the energy of live performances, pushing through exhaustion and illness to give his fans unforgettable experiences. But this time was different. His body had reached its absolute limit, and there was no more room for negotiation. It was a moment of reckoning, one that forced him to reconsider not only his career but also his priorities in life. The realization of how fragile life can be led him to reflect on his choices, relationships, and the importance of health. This experience became a turning point, prompting him to embrace a healthier lifestyle and focus on what truly mattered. The near-death experience reshaped his outlook, allowing him to appreciate life in a new light. Lying alone in his hospital bed at night, away from the spotlight and the adoring crowds, Elton John faced a moment of deep reflection. The bright lights and loud cheers faded into the background as he confronted the reality of his mortality. In that quiet space, he found himself praying, not for more fame or fortune, but for time. Time to be with his husband, to share moments that truly mattered. Time to watch his sons grow up, to be present in their lives as they navigated their own journeys. The demands of his career had been relentless, often overshadowing the simple joys of family life. This experience became a defining moment of clarity for him. It was during this vulnerable time that he fully embraced the necessity of his farewell tour. This tour was not merely a goodbye to the stage. It symbolized a transition into a new phase of life. In this new chapter, his well-being and the happiness of his loved ones would take precedence over the applause and accolades that had once defined him. The realization brought him peace, allowing him to focus on what truly mattered. After overcoming the immediate health crisis, Elton John's health continued to be fragile and uncertain. The infection he suffered had left lasting effects on his body, making everyday activities more difficult and draining his strength and stamina. Walking, which was once effortless, now required extra effort, and simple tasks like moving around or even standing became challenges. His plans to finish his farewell tour faced frequent disruptions as his health setbacks persisted. He had to cancel, reschedule, or delay concerts because recurring infections and other complications kept him from performing consistently. Despite these ongoing struggles, Elton John showed remarkable resilience and determination. He understood his limits and no longer felt the pressure to perform at every scheduled event regardless of his health. Instead, he found a new motivation, doing things on his own terms and prioritizing his well-being. This shift allowed him to approach his career and future with a sense of control and purpose, ensuring that his final chapter was written with care for his health. Even with all the difficulties, he stayed committed to his goal of ending his career gracefully, balancing his passion for music with the importance of self-care and recovery. Despite his unwavering dedication to his fans, Elton John faced a difficult situation when he had to cancel highly anticipated performances in Orlando and Tampa at the last minute due to a severe ear infection. This sudden cancellation left concertgoers deeply disappointed, as many had traveled long distances and spent significant money to see the legendary performer live. The timing was particularly unfortunate, as John had already faced multiple health setbacks in the past, and this latest issue only added to concerns about his ability to continue touring. His medical team strongly advised that performing in such a condition could risk permanent hearing damage, making the decision unavoidable. Fans, unaware of the severity of his condition at the time, expressed frustration over the abrupt change. They had looked forward to the concerts, hoping to experience the magic of his music. The disappointment was palpable, as many had made plans around the event, highlighting the strong connection between the artist and his audience. The situation underscored the challenges artists face when health issues arise unexpectedly. Understanding the disappointment his cancellations caused, John took to Facebook to issue a heartfelt apology. In his post, he explained that he had been undergoing antibiotic treatment, hoping it would work in time for the scheduled concerts, but unfortunately, his condition had not improved enough for him to take the stage. Expressing deep regret, he reassured fans that their support meant the world to him, and promised to return when his health allowed. His sincerity and open communication helped ease some of the frustration among ticket holders, many of whom sympathized with the challenges he was facing. Fans appreciated his honesty and recognized that health must come first. The connection he has with his audience is strong, and this moment showed how much he values their loyalty. By sharing his struggles, he reminded everyone that even stars face tough times. His commitment to returning when he is well reflects his dedication to his craft and his fans. Despite facing health challenges, Elton John's career continued to thrive in 2019. In May, he had to cancel a performance in Verona, Italy, due to the flu. This was not the first time illness had interrupted his schedule, but it highlighted the ongoing struggles he faced. However, May also marked a significant moment in his life and career with the release of the biographical film Rocketman. This film brought his incredible journey to the big screen, showcasing his rise to fame, personal struggles, and musical genius. Audiences around the world were captivated by the portrayal of his life, which added to his already impressive legacy. Even though his health issues led to temporary pauses in his live performances, they did not overshadow the celebration of his contributions to music and culture. The film served as a reminder of his impact and the joy his music has brought to countless fans. His ability to inspire and connect with people remained strong, even during difficult times. The release of Rocketman marked a significant chapter in Elton John's life, showcasing his extraordinary journey to fame along with his personal challenges and victories. This film provided fans with a unique cinematic experience that blended fantasy with reality, allowing viewers to connect deeply with John's story. Taron Egerton, who played the lead role, received widespread acclaim for his portrayal. Rather than simply mimicking John, Egerton captured his spirit and essence, bringing a profound depth to the character. The film's innovative approach to storytelling, which seamlessly wove John's iconic music into the narrative, resonated with audiences and critics alike. As a result, Rocketman garnered multiple prestigious awards, including BAFTA and Golden Globe honors. This recognition not only highlighted the film's artistic achievements, but also solidified its status as one of the most successful musical biopics in recent history. The impact of Rocketman on both Elton John's legacy and the film industry continues to be felt, as it inspires new generations to appreciate his music and story. Elton John and Taron Egerton's collaboration on Rocketman extended beyond the screen and into music. The duo co-wrote "I'm Gonna Love Me Again," an original song for the film that quickly gained recognition. This song became an anthem of self-acceptance and resilience, themes that resonated deeply with John's personal journey. The heartfelt lyrics and powerful melody captured the essence of overcoming struggles and embracing one's true self. Critics and audiences praised the song, highlighting its emotional depth and connection to the film's narrative. Eventually, "I'm Gonna Love Me Again" won an Academy Award for Best Original Song, marking a significant achievement in John's illustrious career. This Oscar win was a career-defining moment for him, as it represented his second Academy Award, with his first being for "Can You Feel the Love Tonight" from The Lion King. Despite facing major health obstacles throughout his life, he continued to achieve new milestones, proving that his influence in the music industry remained as strong as ever. During a performance in New Zealand in February 2020, Elton John faced a serious health challenge that shocked his fans. While he was singing, he suddenly became too ill to continue and had to be escorted off the stage. This alarming episode was later confirmed to be caused by pneumonia. Despite his immense talent and dedication, Elton had pushed himself to perform even while unwell, but his body could not keep up with the demands of his career. This incident highlighted his vulnerability and served as a painful reminder of the physical toll that performing can take, even on someone as iconic as him. It reinforced the difficult decision he made to retire from touring, emphasizing that even the most enduring stars must listen to their bodies. The breakdown was not just a moment of distress. It illustrated the humanity behind the celebrity, showing that health challenges can affect anyone, regardless of their fame or success. Fans were left in shock, realizing that their beloved artist was not invincible. Amid the bright lights and the eager crowd, Elton John faced one of the most challenging moments of his farewell tour in New Zealand. As he sat at his piano, the familiar notes of Daniel began to fill the air. But something was different this time. Despite his determination to deliver a memorable performance, illness took its toll. Midway through the song, his voice wavered, and the weight of emotion became too much to bear. Tears streamed down his face as he struggled to continue, his heart clearly aching to connect with his fans. In a moment of vulnerability, he apologized to the audience, his voice barely a whisper, filled with frustration and sorrow. The crowd, filled with love and support, watched as he fought to regain his composure. Crew members quickly came to his aid, helping him off the stage as he faced this rare and human experience. This poignant scene served as a reminder that even the most celebrated artists have their limits, and it touched the hearts of everyone present, showcasing the deep connection between Elton and his fans. Despite the abrupt end to the concert, the audience responded with an outpouring of love and support. As Elton John was escorted off stage, fans spontaneously broke into song, singing "Don't Go Breaking My Heart" in unison. This moment showcased the deep connection between the artist and his audience. Many continued to cheer and clap, refusing to let the moment be one of disappointment. Their unwavering loyalty was a testament to the impact John had on generations of music lovers. Social media was soon flooded with messages from concertgoers expressing their admiration, calling the moment bittersweet yet powerful. While they had hoped for a full performance, many understood that the legendary singer had given everything he could. They appreciated his sheer determination to perform despite his deteriorating health. This bond between Elton John and his fans highlights the emotional power of music and the way it can unite people in both joy and sorrow. The love shown by the audience reflects the lasting legacy of an artist who has touched countless lives through his songs. Shortly after the incident, John took to Instagram to explain what had happened. In a heartfelt post, he revealed that he had been diagnosed with walking pneumonia before the show, but had still decided to go on stage, hoping to push through. His post was filled with gratitude, thanking his fans for their understanding and support. He acknowledged that he was devastated by how the night had ended, but reassured them that he had done everything in his power to give them a great performance. The revelation that he had been battling pneumonia while performing only deepened the respect many had for him. Fans admired his dedication and passion for music, as he chose to perform despite feeling unwell. This incident highlighted not only his talent, but also his commitment to his audience. Many people were touched by his honesty and vulnerability, showing that even stars face challenges. His willingness to share his struggles made a strong connection with his fans, reminding everyone of the human side of artists. As news of his illness spread, reactions among fans were mixed. Many praised John's resilience and dedication to his craft, highlighting his long-standing commitment to music and his audience. They admired how he has always given his all during performances, often pushing through challenges. However, some fans questioned whether the concert should have been canceled in advance. This led to frustration among ticket holders, who felt that, if the show had been postponed earlier, they could have received refunds or rescheduled for another date. The disappointment was palpable, as many had looked forward to the event for months. Others expressed concern for his well-being, urging him to prioritize his health over performing. This incident sparked a wider discussion about the pressure musicians face, particularly veteran performers like John, who often feel a strong sense of obligation to their fans. The balance between personal health and professional duty is a delicate one, and many fans reflected on the sacrifices artists make for their passion. The conversation highlighted the need for understanding and support for artists during difficult times. Walking pneumonia is often seen as a milder form of pneumonia, yet it can still bring serious health risks, especially for those who push their bodies hard. This illness is caused by the bacterium Mycoplasma pneumoniae and mainly affects the respiratory system. Symptoms include a persistent cough, fatigue, fever, and chest discomfort. Unlike traditional pneumonia, walking pneumonia does not always require hospitalization, but it can still be quite debilitating. For someone like Elton John, who relies on his vocal strength for performances, this condition can be particularly challenging. If left untreated, walking pneumonia can worsen, especially if the individual continues to exert themselves. In John's case, this was a significant concern. The need to perform while dealing with such an illness can lead to complications, making it essential for individuals to recognize the symptoms and seek appropriate care. Understanding the impact of walking pneumonia is crucial for anyone, especially those in demanding professions. Following his collapse, John's doctors strongly advised him to rest, hydrate, and avoid strenuous activities. Despite this, his relentless commitment to finishing the farewell tour made it difficult for him to step away completely. Ignoring medical warnings, he attempted to power through, which ultimately backfired, forcing him to cancel and reschedule 2 upcoming shows in New Zealand. His condition served as a stark reminder that even the most dedicated artists must listen to their bodies. While his fans were eager to see him perform, many agreed that his health had to come first. They encouraged him to take as much time as needed to recover fully. The situation highlighted the importance of prioritizing health over performance, especially for someone who has given so much to music. The support from fans showed a deep understanding of the challenges artists face, balancing their passion with the need for self-care. This experience underscored the reality that taking a break can be essential for long-term well-being. Following his alarming health scare in New Zealand, medical professionals strongly advised Elton John to postpone the remaining concerts in Auckland to allow for a full recovery. The severity of his illness raised concerns about the risk of further complications, making it clear that pushing through would have been dangerous for his health. After careful consideration and consultation with his team, John made the difficult decision to reschedule the concerts for 2021. This choice was not made lightly, as he understood the disappointment it would bring to his fans. However, he prioritized his well-being to ensure that he could return to the stage in better health and deliver the high-quality performances that his audience had come to expect over the years. Fans were reassured that their tickets would remain valid for the new dates, and many expressed their willingness to wait, showing their support and understanding by prioritizing John's health over their own excitement to see him live. Despite the challenges he faced, John remained deeply grateful for the unwavering support of his fans. He often took to social media and made public statements to express his appreciation for their patience and understanding during difficult times. His heartfelt messages reassured fans that he was committed to returning to New Zealand to deliver the farewell performance they truly deserved. This commitment resonated with many fans who had followed his career for decades, creating a bond that transcended mere admiration. They understood the importance of his health and sent him countless messages of encouragement, wishing for his speedy recovery. This mutual appreciation highlighted the deep connection he had fostered with his audience over the years. Fans felt valued and recognized, knowing that their support played a significant role in his journey. The relationship between John and his fans was not just about music. It was a shared experience filled with love and respect. This connection continued to inspire both him and his audience, reinforcing the idea that music can unite people in profound ways. Although the cancellations in New Zealand were a difficult setback, John remained focused on the bigger picture. His farewell tour had been an extraordinary journey, filled with unforgettable moments and emotional connections with fans. Rather than dwell on the disappointments, he chose to celebrate the highlights of his career. His performances had drawn millions of fans across the globe, showcasing his incredible talent and charisma. Even in his later years, he remained one of the most beloved entertainers in music history, captivating audiences with his timeless songs and powerful stage presence. The energy in the arenas was electric, as fans sang along to classics that had defined generations. He also looked forward to his return to Australia, where 6 remaining shows were scheduled. These final performances in the region allowed him to finish what he started, providing a sense of closure for both him and his audience. The anticipation for these shows was palpable, as fans eagerly awaited the chance to experience his music one last time. As he neared the conclusion of his touring career, Elton John took time to reflect on the remarkable journey he had experienced. He expressed deep gratitude for not only the success he had achieved, but also for the love and support he had received throughout his life. His farewell tour was more than just a series of concerts. It was a celebration of his decades-long career, the impact of his music, and the relationships he had built with his fans. Each performance was filled with emotion as he shared stories and memories that resonated with many. This tour marked a significant turning point for him as he finally allowed himself to prioritize his health and family. After spending most of his life on the road, he looked forward to the next chapter, one that involved being present for his husband and children. Embracing a more balanced and fulfilling lifestyle became his new goal, as he reflected on the joy his music brought to others while also seeking personal happiness and well-being. The emotional moment during Elton John's farewell tour performance in February 2020 revealed the depth of his struggles, reminding fans that even the most celebrated figures faced personal challenges. His tears at the piano not only shocked the audience, but also created a bond of empathy, as they recognized the vulnerability behind his public persona. This incident served as a powerful reminder that fame does not shield anyone from life's difficulties. As the news of his health issues emerged, it resonated with many, highlighting the importance of compassion and support for those dealing with unseen battles. Fans were left reflecting on the shared human experience of facing adversity, understanding that behind the glitz and glamour, there are real emotions and struggles. This connection deepened their appreciation for his artistry and resilience, reinforcing the idea that everyone, regardless of their status, deserves kindness and understanding in tough times. The impact of this moment will linger, encouraging a more compassionate view of those in the spotlight.